Alrighty, hello guys, welcome to another episode of This Game Stinks. It's Monday, that means the episode is out. I know it's late again, it's starting to look like a little bit of a trend, TC, I get it, but it's kind of working out a little bit better for my schedule here these days to be able to come out with the episode on Monday night. The weekends, as you get older, you'll find this, that they start to get packed with crap as well that you have to do. So you really have no days off sometimes, and just Monday night is working a little bit better for me at this time. Had a pretty good weekend. Hope you guys did as well. I went and saw Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom with the wife and my brother, I think on Saturday or Friday. I don't remember. One of these days this last weekend. And it was pretty good. We saw it in IMAX 3D. So got some kind of cool visual effects. I haven't seen any movies in IMAX or in 3D in a very long time. So I thought I'd check that out. And it was pretty cool. The movie was, it was about what I thought it was going to be. It was pretty good. A lot of action. Chris Pratt was pretty good in the movie, too. Let's see. I feel like it was, I remember the first Jurassic Park came out in 1993. It was amazing. Graphics were awesome. I was blown away as a kid. Second one came out, and I was like, meh. I just feel like even though it was so fresh and cool, they, ruined it. It wasn't that good. Sorry, Vince Vaughn, and whoever else was in that movie. I'm sorry. But this movie was, I think, that redone. It was almost kind of like the same story where they go to get the dinosaurs, but this time they tricked the people into helping them find them, and then they're poaching them and bringing them back, when in the other movie they were just happened to be on the island at the same time and try to stop them from taking the dinosaurs off the island. But I guess it was a different island. So, you see what I mean, though? It's almost the same kind of plot line, just to slightly change. So I think they did a much better job with the second movie in the series of movies. If I kind of count this as almost a new series, to be honest with you, like a second half of a series, if you will. There's going to be another one. There's going to be basically two series of 3, I would think. And this would be kind of the second half of that. And I think it was a good second movie of this series for sure. Definitely better than the second movie of the first series. So anyway, that all sounds kind of boring. But the IMAX 3D definitely kind of spruced it up a little bit. And there were some of the old cameos in there too. So a couple surprises. And the effects were great. So you're not going to miss anything, of course, by not seeing it. But it was still a great movie to go see. Let's see, and then Sunday, we actually got up to get ready to go to the dog park, and dogs did not feel very good, so we ran them around in the yard a little bit, and they were looking like they got into something, so we decided not to go to the dog park, left them home, and went bowling, and we got to the bowling alley, and it was the worst time ever to go bowling. There were so many kids' birthday parties everywhere, just everywhere, 15 of them, I swear. Every 2 seconds they were like, happy birthday to Jimmy, Kim, Janice, Jake, and Owen. And there was literally 50 kids with each one of those kids. And they put us in one lane, right next to one of the parties. And it wasn't that big of a deal, honestly. We never complained or anything. We just took our time, but it was a madhouse. When you say that, and we weren't embarrassed or anything, and we weren't feeling bad or anything or upset. But like I said, it was just chaos. I think I almost filmed it. My wife was going to bowl, and there was a little kid that just bowled on the lane next to her, and he was literally getting it. He was dancing in front of her lane. He migrated over in front of her, and he was just dancing. His ball had already hit the pins a minute ago, and he's still just dancing to the music going on, and no parents were in sight at all. Finally, one came over 2 minutes later, literally 2 minutes. My wife was just standing there with the bowling ball waiting. Oh, it was hilarious. It was an experience. Good times. Bowled a couple games just to get out of the house on a Sunday. Anyways, earlier this weekend, I made a post, Mario question mark box, and I was just what game do you guys think I should do an episode on this week? suggestions. And I mean, let me pull up my Instagram. Not prepared. Should have had this open. Sorry. All right. So first comment that's on the picture says, "This is a good picture, but I don't know if it's because of the good lighting or place or maybe the composition. Winky face, thumbs up. Thank you, hip hop rap." Like, it's a picture of a Mario block that I like put lettering on. I don't know if it's the composition of that GIF that I picked up online. But thanks for the great post, you giant bot. Anyways, then I got a post from one of my people that I kind of talked to a little bit on here, Kitty Paws, Monster Prom. I mean, what I decided I was going to do for this episode is address everything talked about here in my Instagram for all you guys that took the time to comment. So I'm going to talk a little bit about you guys' posts, and thank you for those comments and posts. And you mentioned Monster Prom, and I didn't know. I have no idea about this game, by the way. I don't know if that makes me like I don't know, but I mean, I have Steam and stuff, so I mean, I obviously looked it up and watched a couple of videos. I probably would have. I gotta say, if it was like $5, it was on a Steam sale, but it's only like 10% off right now. It's like $10. I think if it was like $5, I might buy it, Kitty Paws, but I mean, I don't think I'm going to be trying it out. But I just wanted to say, I wanted to thank you for the suggestion. Maybe if it does go to that $5 mark, I might make a purchase and check it out, let you know how I like it. And then I see that you suggested Pokemon Snap. I used to love Pokemon Snap when I was a kid. And it's weird because I even mentioned this in my Instagram post. I didn't really get into Pokemon too much. My brother was like the perfect age, my little brother. So I'd like just missed it. And then he like got hit hard with Pokemon fever and had all the games, all the cards. He was in Pokemon leagues and shit. And I would just obviously mess around with the cards with him. Sorry. I didn't know how to play. I actually never learned how to play the game. I just learned about the cards and just their different names and their different characters and stuff. So that's kind of how, like, all I got to take away from it, because I never played or anything. I just kind of got to watch him do his thing and learn a little bit about the game. And I could still, like, flashcard me, like, show me a picture. I could name probably a good amount of the original 151 Pokemon just because of that. But I used to remember playing Pokemon Snap was the only game that I really enjoyed, and I think I just kind of liked the aspect I really liked was the actually just finding and getting the good picture. So I guess like maybe I should have been a photographer. Like that was my first encounter as a kid. Oh, I don't care. I don't give a shit about these Pokemon. Like I just liked maybe Hip Hop Rap had a good point there. Maybe I just was worried about the composition and the lighting and the place of my Jigglypuff in the brush. So what I'm going to do on that game, Pokemon Snap, is I'm going to be looking for it the next time I go to flea market. I'm going to pick it up. I don't want to talk too much about it. Honestly, I don't remember too much about it. I just remember I like taking the pictures. So I'm going to go look for it. I'm going to try to make a purchase, and then I will get you a review maybe in a segment of a show. Or I've been kind of doing my shows a little different here. I've been kind of talking about whatever I want each week, including a little bit about certain games and maybe some stuff that stinks about each thing. But maybe we'll talk about that game, Pokemon Snap, here in the next couple weeks. Who knows? I'm gonna be looking for it. I'm gonna be on the lookout for the retro version. And then my buddy Jer, Splatoon 2. Dude, I was gonna get it when it was on sale for $40. I've never played it before, and I just got the Switch. You guys know that I talked about that a couple weeks ago. I almost bought the Splatoon 2 version just because I kind of read about the game a little bit, and it looked pretty cool, and I kind of like the colors were different from what was out there for the Joy-Cons. So haven't picked it up yet. I ended up getting the Mario version of the Nintendo Switch, so I got to play that. And right now, again, as you know, I'm talking about Zelda, or playing Zelda, which I don't really want to talk about much. I made it through the second Guardian, the Lizard, and I'm on my way to the Camel. And that's where I am. It's going a little bit better, but I still am getting real pissed off playing the game. Just going to say that. Anyway, so Jer, um, I'm looking for it. The next time it drops in price a little bit, I know I sound like real cheap here, but I kind of try to get stuff on a budget as much as I can, just so I can just keep it, you know. I mean, I'm doing this on here just for fun. So if something goes on sale and I can talk about it, I would love to do that. And the next time it does, I definitely will check it out. And I have a little bit of questions because I know when the Nintendo came out, it said something about the online wasn't ready yet, and I wasn't sure because then I thought you could play online Mario Kart. I haven't really checked into it yet. I just been kind of only had time to mess around with just single player stuff, and I didn't want to mess around with the internet yet because then I'll just get into that whole thing. You know what I mean? I'll start playing online multiplayer, but I didn't even know if it's possible. So let me know about that. I feel like a clueless old person. I haven't even tried to look though, so. Maybe I'll check that out later. But again, once I open up that nut, I'll just be playing Mario Kart online for days racing people. So I'm pretty sure Splatoon 2 is an online multiplayer game that gets insane and really competitive, and I just got to know what I'm getting into here. So, and then my boy Rio Dude Twitch commented a little bit earlier today. He wanted to know a little bit about what I thought about E3. So I'm going to talk about a few things. I am super excited, and I'm trying to get my notes out here. Again, not prepared. So I'm going to talk quickly about two things that I saw a couple previews for. I didn't get to catch all of E3, but I'm going to talk about a couple of things that caught my eye. And this is, I feel like such a loser for admitting this, but it's the first time really hearing too much about Cyberpunk was at E3. And I got to say, that game looks really cool. I don't know too much about it. Like I said, I just saw the announcement. I haven't looked anything else up about it. It might be a PS4 exclusive. I have no idea, and it probably is because it looks real cool and I want to play it, like Spider-Man, God of War. You know, all the best games come out this year that I can't play until I go out and buy a PS4, and I can't just buy a regular PS4 because I need a PS4 Pro, because why wouldn't you get a PS4 Pro? Anyway, so I had a couple questions about Cyberpunk. It kind of looks like a GTA to me a little bit. So I don't know if it's a free roaming game like that. Like I said, haven't looked too much about it. I just remember watching some E3 and seeing that preview while I was watching E3, and the game looked really sweet. What was really crazy to me is I just also watched this last week, and I watched the movie Blade Runner, the new one with Mr. Gosling, and it was crazy. I'm not sure I completely understand the movie. I mean, I sat there for the 2-3 hours or whatever long it is and watched it all for sure. I know that. But the thing that I wanted to say and why I brought that up is the game almost kind of looked like that to me. It looks like the future, but not too far off and maybe possible, because you never know the leaps and bounds that something's going to make in 30 years. 30 years of technology advancing, it's going to be insane, and it's going to go up exponentially in the future. So you never know what we're going to have and what kind of breakthroughs we're going to have. So it's kind of cool to see stuff that might even be possible here in the near future. Anyway, going back to E3, a game, I have known nothing about this either. Beyond Good and Evil 2. I know nothing about it. The pig characters and all those the characters look insane. The graphics look insane. That preview got me all kinds of jacked up. And sometimes you just got to take a game like that. You know what I mean? Watch the trailer. If it gets you jacked up, you don't know nothing about it, you still want to try out that game. And that was one of the ones that also kind of got me a little bit excited. Those are my two tiny spotlights of E3. My big spotlight's going to be Halo. And Master Chief is back, bitches. That trailer, him holding that helmet, you were just yep, let's go. It's time. And I hope that it's kind of a symbol of good things to come. all the people that had a bad taste in their mouth from the last couple things to come out from Halo and 343. My buddy Kyle that comes on the show, he has a few things to say about the last few Halo games. So I just hope that this is like symbolic of Halo coming back strong and just being a great game. And all they got to do, you guys, just sell us the Halo 2 Anniversary Edition, just looking better. Just keep the mechanics of the Halo 2 Anniversary. I mean, I'll know that it's the same, but I won't care, and no one anybody else. But just keep those mechanics, and then put like beautiful 4K landscape and everything else in, and you'll be good. Halo Infinite with slip space. If anybody wants to tell me what that is in the comments, please do. Another one that I am very, very excited about is going to be Fallout 76. Played a little bit of most of the Fallouts. Not a lot, though. Not by any means. A couple hours, if that. Spent a little bit of time in the last one. And, I really like the concept a lot. But again, I like to play, and lately I've been playing single-player games, so maybe I'll start to like it now. But normally I'm a big fan of multiplayer games, which is why I'm very excited about this, because it looks beautiful. And I just want to see how beautiful those mutants can look in 4K, like crisp HDR mutants. I just want to go hunting with some friends. You can nuke other people. Like, it's going to be a pretty cool game. It's a cool concept. I don't know why they didn't do it a long time ago, but they finally got the note that I sent, and that says every game ever should have a multiplayer component no matter what game you are. Multiplayer, campaign, or component, every game. Standing by it. Another one that I am very excited about is not even Gears of War. It's just Gears now. Just Gears 5. So, first thing I thought is because they showed that freeze over of the Gears symbol. Have you seen, Tropic Thunder? So that movie in Tropic Thunder where they show Ben Stiller's character is in those movies that are like Inferno 1, Inferno 2, and then it's like Inferno 7, Hell Freezes Over. And like, that's all I thought of was like just that cheesy ass, like, it's snow now instead of looking all gray and gross and rocky. Welcome to the same thing again. But again, new powerful systems, these Xbox One X's, gaming in 4K, everything's going to look much more beautiful. So, I mean, it makes sense that we're coming out with more jungly backgrounds, more ice, just better looking backgrounds than the rocks and bug guts and shit and locusts carcasses that you fought on in the first 4 Gears of War all the way up to now. And the biggest thing for me to come out of E3 is going to be Super Smash Brothers. What? 60 people? What? Every character ever? What? I cannot believe how much content is in this game. Just doing a little bit of research after watching some of the videos at E3, just every single character, the little number they have next to them just to signify when they came into the game. That is so cool. The different skins and everything they have, all the different items you can use in Pokemon and everything that is just involved in this game. It just sounds like almost like a piece of art that you have to own because of the amount of time and patience and everything and how smoothly this game looks like it's going to run. I just am so excited to play it. I'm so excited for just to have people over to try to have friends over to play it just so you can play the game more. And I just hope that the online aspect is really polished by the time the game comes around. But anyway, I'm very excited. The game looks amazing. One last little mini spotlight of E3. Didn't get much information on it. Just a very small video on a level that has haunted me my entire life. But Battletoads coming on Games Pass. Ooh, it says couch co-op. I hope Xbox, please tell me you wouldn't make a game that didn't have online multiplayer co-op. Please tell me that you wouldn't do that. Because if you do that, there's going to be a lot of angry people out there. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to get bought by as many people as you thought. I'll still buy it. There'll be a lot that still will. I'm not going to lie. You're probably going to still make whatever you want, but you can make way more if you just did that multiplayer, and I hope you do the right thing. And I hope that it's not already out there, that there is one, and I sound like a jackass when this episode comes out. Also, PlayStation users, like, what's up with, like, your bro, like, blocking all the cross-party, like, Fortnite with the Switch? Like, what's the deal? Why you gotta hate? I don't get it. They're being a bunch of bitches over there, and I mean, I just had to say something about it. I can't believe that they would block it off and then not allow content to be switched over. Just let it happen. It's not a big deal. Ease into it. Want to give a quick shout out to my friends, Sklobo. They are a clothing company based out of Seattle. Guys, check them out on Instagram. That's SCLOBO. You can also check them out at sklobo.com, SCLOBO. That's where you can get the fresh clothes and use the code ThisGameStinks to get 15% off. I've been rocking my hat all over the place. Had a couple people ask me where I got it from. Of course, I told them right away. Very comfortable stuff. Check it out. Again, I'm your host, TC. You can find me on Instagram, ThisGameStinks1. That's the number 1. You can also send me an email. Tell me what you think about the show. TC, thisgamestinks@gmail.com. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll see you.